As I intend to run multiple lasers, these are cheap lasers that are probably not too powerful, but they will do the job, of a single Raspberry Pi. I'm using ULN2003.
So this chip is basically 6 Darlington pairs. They go like this, right? So these pins would be the kind of command control pins that open the gates of these MOSFETs. And these, so what I did, I connected all of them because I intend to put a bit more current than each single of these fellas is designed for. And what happens is there's laser, this is lasers minus, and lasers plus goes to some sort of VCC, which is plus 5 volts. Plus 5 volts run Raspberry Pi as well, so might just as well feed it directly to the laser if there's a bit more current available. And this one goes to ground. Now the interesting thing is, laser doesn't have any other ground. This one doesn't have any external source of VCC, any connection to VCC. I saw on some diagrams this going to VCC. It doesn't really make sense in this example. And this one goes to the Pi, to the PWM pin. The same way you can drive LED strips, anything like that. So what happens now? 5 volts are fed into the laser, but laser doesn't get through to the ground unless PWM sends some current this way and opens the gates. If the gates are open, then laser can close the circuit here, can have the circuit closed and is switched on basically.
I'm increasing steadily the current into the laser by PWM pin on Raspberry Pi, and it just dropped back to 0.
Before doing anything with PWM, at least that's what I understand, you need to have wiring Pi, otherwise it's difficult to access these features. And this solution here worked for me. This is the code that's running the PWM pin. As my original pin 1 is taken, I'm using pin 26. It increases the power variable steadily by 10 every 1/10 of a second up to, and this is a guess, I'm not quite sure what's the range for PWM. So if you use wiring, the numbers of pins change a bit. So I'm using the 26 one, which would be pin 12, GPIO 12 in old money. Wiring pin 1, which is another PWM pin. See, these are the PWM pins here. Wiring pin 1 is 18.